Welcome, sweetie pies. It's Robin here with your daily spirit message reading, and this is for Tuesday, May 13th. And this is the Starman Tarot, and Penny is trying to crawl up my leg as I'm attempting to do this reading. So I know lots of you miss her when I'm doing the readings, but you guys have absolutely no idea the amount of battle scars I bear from her, from like when I was sitting in the chair and she was all over me, just claw marks and like bruises, because when you try to move her, she just turns into an anvil. So anyway, let me just launch into the reading. I don't like to waste a whole bunch of time in the beginning with a bunch of chat. Okay, so we do have the Two of Cups and it's in reverse. So this could be indicative, something of maybe a little spat that you're going to have with somebody, maybe a misunderstanding. And what I'm getting here is particularly for those of you that are, it doesn't matter what your relationship status is. If you're with somebody that you have to constantly explain yourself to, you guys are not on the same energy wavelength. So there's definitely something happening. It's like, you ever hear that thing like a bunch of, oh, I have to do something about her. Hold on. Anyway, so I was ignoring Penny, so she went and scratched on a wall. Anyway, so, oh my God, hold on. So there are a couple options when you're faced with a situation where you just don't see eye to eye with somebody, you're not feeling understood by them at all, is like you can walk away from them. That's an option. Especially if it's something that just keeps on going and going and going, and you keep on having the same fight over and over and over and over again with somebody. Like, you can just drop it and agree to disagree. You can try to get each other on the same sort of wavelength, or, you know, just keep the status quo. I mean, if it works for you, some people don't mind a little bit of conflict in their relationships, and, you know, it can bring a certain amount of excitement, but it can also bring a certain level of hollowness. Angel number 222, and that's the second day in a row we saw that, and I just got goosebumps when I saw that number. So what's your favorite angel number? Let me know. I mean, I think a lot of people, it is going to be 1111, because that is when the universe is really listening to you, and a lot of people say that you should make a wish when you see that one. So we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So it does look like there could be a little bit of foundational work to be done in relationships, because what they say is as above, so below, right? And a really good way of sort of imagining that is that if you think of a tree, its roots, the root system is just as big as the tree itself. So maybe it's a foundation thing. Maybe there wasn't friendship put first, or there's an ulterior motive by the other person. And for some of them, they could even be a bit of a narcissist. And they just don't care what you think. They don't care what you say or feel. Angel number 333 just went by. So you got to really check the root system. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. Sorry for all the pauses in the reading. Yeah. And anyway, just ask yourself, is this where this relationship is going to stay? Is there an opportunity for it to grow? Is this person ever going to understand me? Or conversely, am I ever going to understand them? Okay. And then decide on the level of effort that you're going to put into that relationship. I think it's really important to know how much you should bring to the table based on how it's going to be received from the other person and reciprocated. And we have the Princess of Swords here. So in reverse, I'm just seeing that this might not be something to fight for, okay? You know, sometimes we just throw ourselves into situations and throw ourselves at people hoping that it'll be reciprocated, and it might never be. Okay, so it's time to face the facts and face the reality. And angel number 444 is coming up, and just assess these relationships that you may be experiencing without emotion, so you can protect yourself a little bit better. All right. See you guys. Bye.